The Legacy. Southern California's KCAA, the #1 talk radio station in the Inland Empire.
The doctor is in. Welcome to the Psychic Love Doctor Show with host Deborah Lee. Deborah has been practicing, teaching, and perfecting the personal prophecy card reading method for 20 plus years. This life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. This inspiring show will help you never feel helpless in life or love ever again. Now, here's your host, Deborah Lee.
Good afternoon to those of you on the West Coast, and good evening to those of you on the East Coast. I am Deborah Lee. I'm going to be your host for the next hour, and I'm sorry to say I don't have my co-host Lauren with me. She's had a family emergency, but should be back by next week. Instead, I have a lovely gal sitting in with me. She's always in our audience, hovering. She's always, there to provide comment. But she insists that she's so hideously ugly that she cannot be on screen. So bear with us. Next week we're going to get her. You can be the unknown co-host with a paper bag.
I'm like Kesha.
Oh, yes.
Or whatever Sia her name is.
Okay.
There you go.
Her name is Veronica. She's going to help us tonight. She's very insightful. And those of you that are brand new, just know that you're going to be able to get a free on-the-air card reading if you call in. We're going to give you the number in a moment. And those of you who are joining us via the Psychic Love Doctor show page on Facebook, you can see that I am now holding up just an ordinary deck of cards. These are not tarot, they're not angel cards, not oracles, they're not rainbows and unicorns cards. They are just simply, the kind you play games with. Poker cards. Okay, hearts. Isn't that what you do? You
Yes.
play hearts with these too?
Yes.
You play lots of games.
Yeah, right. It's
Gin rummy.
okay. So I want you
Poker.
to know that they are simply the, I guess you would call it
Regular playing.
yeah, and it's the jumping off point for intuitive perception. So I think that those of you who get a reading and those of you who just follow along and listen, I think you'll find this a very entertaining and interesting hour. Now, I want to tell you that Veronica came to me with an outstanding topic as we wait for callers. First, though, Veronica, I'd like you to give the number for our show.
The number tonight is 909-792-5222.
And you're going to want to call in early because the phone lines do fill up mighty fast. And when the hour is up, we can't linger. So our best to you as you dial in. If you're on Facebook, you can post your question, but do remember that phone callers are going to get priority. Now, your topic that you suggested, and we have never discussed this in the years on this show, eloping instead of the big, splashy, expensive wedding. Now, we followed this, or just learned about this, really, with Sophie Turner
and Joe Jonas.
Yes, Joe Jonas. How
After they got married. Well,
they did a surprise
after the awards or whatever. I'm not sure.
And it was a surprise. And they even had an Elvis impersonator marry them. Now, I don't think it ever gets better than that.
They must have went to Vegas.
Yes.
Oh, they did.
That's Elvis impersonator homeland.
They do say on the radio that they do still plan to have a family and large event in July, but they just could not wait to be married anymore.
They could not wait to be joined in matrimony.
Somebody knocked up?
We don't, I did the cards.
A lot of times that's the rush factor.
I did the cards on this, and I'd rather not say right now in case they have another surprise they want to share. But there could be a stork in the future with the two of them. They are going to face their share of struggles. So I think it was really good for them to take this leap. Do something super romantic.
Right.
Like,
Young.
Yeah. and then have all that expensive crap later on.
Right.
You know, those dresses are. Have you watched that show about she said yes to the dress?
Yes.
She should have said no.
Lots, like pay more than my first
Oh my
house for
God.
my dress. No thank
Yeah,
To wear something less than 24 hours.
you. Mm-hmm.
true. And then you
And
pack
then
it
it gets hung up in
away.
a closet or a
Right,
storage chest
exactly.
forever.
Right. And I think we're moving beyond this whole, you know, the weddings, as I recall them, back in the day of the 70s, even into the 80s, these were events that I think were celebrated
Right.
for more than what they are now. Now it's all about save the date and making stuff.
And I think it's more so what they do on their honeymoon. People are doing these I don't know, like destination weddings.
Oh,
like friends and I just went to Scotland and paid for their like 9 most important friends, and I'm like, no, thank you.
And then think of it, you're marooned there
Yeah.
for the duration.
I
And
don't
I've
think
heard
so.
that some families start squabbling.
Yeah, I would too if I had used that time with my
Oh,
family.
yeah. No. So we thought that would be interesting. If any of you have any comments to share,
Yes.
please put them on the Facebook page of the Psychic Love Doctor Show. Our techie guy, Jim, he will read them off to
I
us.
shall do so.
Personally, I think it's wonderful. And then after, why not just have a really nice
Right.
gathering? And if you need to do something
Yeah.
religious at that point, have your vows blessed.
Right. By you.
Oh, that's right. I can do that.
As the arm reaches in.
That's right, and it's very sad for me when those I have gone to, marry in these beautiful, they're very simple settings, but then I hear that they're getting divorced. Boy, kind of breaks my heart a little.
You should have done ours maybe when it lasted.
Maybe I would have put a little good juju in there.
Exactly.
Easy come, easy go.
I think marriage, personally, should become a negotiable contract every, say, 5 years.
Right.
And you should have, what would you
Right.
call them, the little, like, clauses, I guess you'd call them. For instance, if he or she betrays or cheats on the other and there is actual evidence of such, action, then there should be damages.
That's
Yeah.
called a prenup, and they
Right.
exist. Just that nobody. It's usually
Nobody
your
does
prenups
them.
typically aren't mutual. It's usually one person insists the other
Right.
one says,
No, I
must
think
do
this
it.
should be a
They
mutually
can be, but nobody does
agreed.
that. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, prenup can be a two-way street.
And there should be other, instances written out. Let's negotiate again in 5 years. And if you decide, hey, it's been a ride, but I want to get off this roller
A lot of
coaster.
the rich and famous people that have been married more
Oh, they
than one
do.
or 2 times, they both
they
they both
definitely
throw
get
in the
one,
prenup
right.
because they know they're not retarded.
Yeah.
No, but what does that say about love? That love requires a signed document that in the event we break up, you're not going to take all my stuff, all my money.
Well, was
You
it
know what
like
it says?
Tom Cruise
Nothing
and
lasts
Katie?
forever.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
We love those guys.
Well, we need to get somebody breaking the ice here. So come on, folks. We know you're out there. It's a
Everybody's got
wonderful.
spring fever probably.
Oh, and they're out swimming and.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? It's 4:13 on the West Coast.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people
True,
are probably
true.
having a good time in traffic, depending on what city.
And we
you're in.
only are 7 minutes in, so sometimes it takes a good 10 minutes for people to start
Get
tallying.
yourself a nice cold
The
beverage.
East Coast has got pretty nice weather right now.
I hear that too.
Pull up a nice easy chair. Of course, if you're driving, if you're out there on the 101, you're not going to be pulling up anything
Right.
cozy or
Do
alcoholic.
not text
legal.
and drive. Let's see.
It's not a crime until you get caught.
I've got the cards all warmed up for you, and I can't wait to jump in. I want you all to know, when I conduct your readings, I feel emotionally connected and invested. And what I perceive for you in the way of happiness and love and all the things that define success in life, I want that for you. And I manifest with you through your reading, because nothing gives me more pleasure than to hear from you later. Oh, it all came to pass, Deborah. I just love it. Well, I love it too. And I'm never too jaded or, I don't know, what's another word? Never too, you know what I mean, too nonchalant that I take any of this for granted. I certainly don't. And I think we should go talk to Karen from Massachusetts.
Hey, Karen!
Woohoo! Hi, Karen. How are you doing?
Good. Hello.
Hello. We're glad that you called to break the ice.
Yes, first caller.
Yeah, so tell us, what's on your mind, and what would be the question you'd like us to answer for you?
Okay, my question is, I wanted to know if I would be moving soon. I got this housing voucher thing. I don't know what they call it, but I wondered if I would be moving using that or not.
Okay.
And what
All
you
right.
see about
Actually,
it.
I think that is a fantastic question. Moving, yeah, she received a voucher, and she wants to know, will she be moving using the voucher?
Oh.
Correct, Karen?
Right. It's a little bit of a sort of echo, but yes, if I would be doing that or what you see regarding that.
Are you on speaker?
Right.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Are you on speakerphone?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And does she have the radio turned down?
Do you have the radio turned down?
Yeah, I'm not on, what do you mean turned down?
She may not be
I don't have
watching
the
it.
radio on.
Okay.
All right, well, Veronica is going to chat with you. I'm going to turn the speaker down here. She's going to chat with you for a minute while I lay out your cards. Incidentally, everyone, I am using a full 24-card layout. I don't just do a quickie pull of the cards. I really don't think you can get the entire gravity of a situation without looking at the whole picture.
Right.
So, all right, Veronica, I turn it over to you.
Well, Karen, is this your first time calling?
No, I've called once before, quite a while ago.
Okay. Well, thank you for giving us a chance to call again.
When would you like to?
Are you wanting to move, or is this a brand new
idea?
Yeah. Is it just out of nowhere to move?
Say that again?
Are you wanting to move? Is this something like it's a plan, or is this out of the blue moving?
Sort of.
Sort of a plan?
Yeah. Sort of. I'm not really sure if, it depends on a lot of things, though. Whether, like if we find the right place and things like that.
Yeah. Well, your cards are telling me to advise you to really take it slow in this process. I'm not seeing a great big rush to seize a new place to live, and I'm really hesitant to encourage you to use that coupon or that voucher. There's a lot of hidden, what would we call it? There's little like hooks and I don't want to call
clauses?
it. Yeah, there's a lot of different.
I think the speaker's a little loud. I can't quite make out what you're saying.
How about this? Are you better? No.
I can probably try to listen later and after and be able to understand more maybe, but go ahead, what you were saying.
I'm just saying that I don't think you should use the voucher. I feel that you're going to be, in essence, taken advantage of. It's, okay, if something seems too good to be true, it usually is.
Right.
And I'm feeling it's too good to be true. I really feel that you're either going to find the home that you will move to on your own, or I also see a woman here coming into your life who I feel she is excellent at helping people find homes that are reasonably priced, that are not hiding a bunch of flaws and that kind of thing. I just feel this voucher is kind of a fast move for somebody that's trying to be slick here, and I just don't think you should use it. I do feel, though, that there's a beautiful move coming for you. We're in, May? I feel like October. And, a lot of people don't want to necessarily buy property or move to another rental when the weather gets colder.
Right.
But actually, this can work to your best advantage
Mm-hmm.
because this is when motivated sellers need to get rid of their property. They've either taking a job, and relocating, or the market, let's just say, goes into a slump.
Better. Right, right.
So I think that you're going to do just fine without the voucher, Karen. Does that help?
Okay, yeah, some of it I can't quite understand. I can probably try to listen to it later.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why we're having issues. We did last week, too. Sometimes I think it's just that we bring so much light and love to the readings that there could be some negative energies afoot that like to mess with us. So get out of here, dark forces. We don't need you.
Right.
All right, so thank you, Karen, and good luck to you.
Okay,
and
thank
please
you.
try to call again.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
She can watch the
Yeah, she said
On
she's
Facebook.
going to...
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you can watch the replay.
Facebook will sound just fine.
So there you have an instance when these readings have applications beyond love. Now, love is the most positive driving force of the entire universe. I believe that so much of even religion itself is based on love. But you can bring in, oh my goodness, we can look at your spouses, your significant others, we can children, family members, your neighbors, co-workers, you name it, we can look at it. The only area where we have to be a little careful is with legal or medical issues.
Right.
So, Mr. Jim, are you having technical issues
I'm
too?
having Facebook technical issues.
Yeah.
On your phone, I can see people chatting. I don't see anybody chatting on mine. Except me.
Oh, okay, let me check.
I mean, I'll just get out and go back in.
So I
Well,
have...
isn't technology poop sometimes?
Yes, it really is.
Definitely.
They poo-poo.
I
No,
see
I'm good now
someone-
that I went out and in. I'm good.
I'm not seeing anything more than someone saying hi.
Yeah, go in and out. I'll be there.
It is always a little
Well,
bit
we would love for
delayed.
more of you to give us a call. I have
Let's
these
see.
cards all warmed up and ready to go.
I will.
Our number is 909-792-5222. So please give us a call. Do you, I know you've been doing some work, Veronica, on the Psychic Love Doctor Show page, and you kind of circulate with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you saying that you had some acquaintances who had issues, but they didn't feel comfortable calling into the show.
Yes.
We could address some of those right now.
Well, I have a friend actually that's just gotten back together with her husband.
Okay.
And even though it's very positive, they both want to get back together. They're living in two separate states. And she either tries to come out to where he lives, and then sometimes he will go back to where she lives with her parents, which is a really icky situation. But they really do want to be in one place. But
So
he's
what-
military,
and-
so
What's holding her back
she does not want to send her kids to school
in the other?
in the other state.
Okay.
They are in a really good
That's
situation
going
right
to be
now.
a problem now, isn't it?
Well, he's also military, so they've only got one more year left in their current, in where he lives.
So
So there's really
he's
no
got
point.
geographical back
Right.
uh,
Right. And
status
they're
right
trying
now.
to sell their house, and this actually took it off the market. And so just the other day, they were arguing about some situations for the summer. They worked it out, but it seems to be an ongoing thing where he just doesn't get where she's coming from, considering that they're separate, you know. Okay. Oh, yay!
Okay, well, I am taking a look at the cards for this couple, and I do have to say that the cards can really zero in when it comes to matters of the heart. I think it's because of the, there's a real energy there.
Right.
And we'll see. I'm really putting it out there to find out, is this couple going to make it? And they are. And it will have to do with him leaving that particular place.
Mm-hmm.
His heart is in the right place. Hers appears to be, her her children are super important to her.
Yes.
But there is something here, and I think it's love,
Right.
that really keeps these two connected.
Right.
So yes, and I feel that once the move is made, they're going to have a very happy time together.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and you can pass
And
that along.
I have told her this as well. I'm like, I feel good things. I've been around both of them. Nice catch. And I feel like there's definitely something different now that they went through their separation and came back together.
And I have to mention something to you. You just saw a card fell out of the deck. And Grandma, who taught me this method, used to say, if it falls to the floor, it comes to the door. What you have here, share with your friend. Very good news is coming. I think he'll be transferring early.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that does happen.
Very nice. Now, I know that she's coming back to where he is for the summer, and that's just in a couple of weeks. And she's already transferred her business plans and everything. So she's an online seller, so she can just pick up and go.
Well, it's too bad that she isn't allowing her children the chance to learn flexibility, to mix and mingle with all different types of people. These are important aspects to education.
Yeah, and kids always cry about moving.
And they, I mean, with them being military,
I got friends here.
she just doesn't want to uproot them to move them back to a place that they're only going to be at for such a short time. That's her plan. Because
Gazillions of military families do it.
Well, right, I know. So she's enduring so that she can go later. You know.
And I just want to say, absolutely, it's going to work out. I saw nothing here but the most beautiful aspects.
Yay!
So absence in their case is making
their hearts grow fonder.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We are going to pause for station identification before we go on to more readings.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, K292FQ Riverside, and K293CF Moreno Valley.
I'm guessing.
And we're back. You're listening to the Psychic Love Doctor Show. If you're on Facebook, you are catching us Facebook Live on the Psychic Love Doctor Show page. So we're glad to be with you and happy to be taking your calls. So please get in line. Call our number if you'd like to get a free on-the-air reading with moi. And that number is 909-792-5222. And we are now going to go to Tina from New Jersey. Hey, Tina. Hello, hello.
Let's give her a minute.
There she is. Hi, Tina. Can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you. Thank you.
Well, it's wonderful to hear from you. Fridays just wouldn't be the same.
I know.
Yes, the psychic party.
Yeah, we're having a psychic party. What would you like to know that Veronica and I can look at for you? I'll bet it has to do with Kendrick.
Yes. Anything with spirit.
All right, hon. Tell me what you'd like to know.
Yeah, just anything that spirit has for us.
Okay.
How has your week been?
Oh, peace. Well, it's been peaceful for me. Kendrick had an attitude, but, it's been peaceful for me.
Well, maybe he didn't get his weekly lunch.
I don't think it's lunch she's referring to.
Well, I'm saying lunch with quotation marks.
What do you mean weekly?
Not daily, weekly.
Well, you tell us that you try to get together with him at least twice a week, right?
Yeah.
At least.
Well, I don't care how much sugar you give a guy, it's never seeming to be enough.
No, it's not.
And so sometimes we have to say, no sugar for you today, only to make them appreciate when they get the sugar that much more. And I bet all the guys out there going, no, she's wrong.
Yep.
Well, if we have an attitude, that means that sometimes you don't get that reward.
Yeah, he seems to me to be a guy that gets a little cranky, that he needs a lot of sexercise.
We don't do that, especially since you said with the kid. Remember I told him I was waiting for marriage, and then when you said the pregnancy, I told you I stayed away from him.
Well, there you go. And I know what you're trying to do, but just remember, what's meant to be is going to be. I don't care if you use 10 condoms or,
Right.
you know.
We've discussed this already. Don't do that all at once.
I wonder what the record is
Of condoms?
being used.
I wonder.
We talked about this months ago. It
I
was
feel
not
like
a good
Googling.
situation.
I don't know how many. What you mean at one time?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
Yeah,
interesting?
don't ever use more than one. It
Yeah.
will not help.
And they rub, and
they
then
break.
they're going to break.
Right. Don't do that.
So, you know what, though, I see, Tina, is that you are so, she's empathic in a great big way, that when he's in one of his moods or has an attitude, she tends to absorb it, right, Tina? And then pretty soon you're feeling cranky and out of sorts.
Yeah.
So, what you should not have to do all the work.
Right.
But just keep letting him know how much you love him. And let him know, come on, Nina. Veronica Nina Johnson, you help us here. Because you are a master at men.
Oh, right.
She
right.
is.
I am a master. I kind of, I feel like when my guy gets in a strange kind of funky funk, I either will let him stew in it, and which he hates, or I say, you need to tell me what's going on, because I can't fix anything unless you tell me what's going on. Or not fix it. It's kind of like, you need to talk it out. And he tells me he doesn't want to burden me with his issues. And I said, well, then what's the point of us being in a relationship if we're not going to burden each other?
Well, that's drifting into some dangerous waters there.
So I kind of feel like he needs to share with me so that we can be on the same page.
Oh, he doesn't want to lose her.
No.
But the prospect of him fathering a male child, especially with you, is a dream. It's something he thinks a lot about, Tina. He really does.
I thought we saw a girl.
Oh, wow.
I did see a girl, but in his heart, he would love to have a son with you as well.
Okay.
So in other words, it looks like you're going to be doing some baby making if Kendrick gets his way.
Right.
Now, one thing you might try, now I don't know, this could be old-fashioned, and maybe all the women out there are going to just screech when I say, give him a bath.
Mm-hmm.
Put candles on. You can go to the Dollar Tree and get, candles, and just really love him up.
Pamper.
Yes. And wash his body very, very well. Make sure it is super uber clean.
Like very soapy and romantical type of thing. Okay.
And things like that where it becomes a drug for him.
Okay.
But then you want him to reciprocate.
Right.
So maybe then nice body oil massage.
Massage,
Oh,
yes. Yeah. Okay, we're giving you some ideas here. Lunch and snacks more often, and maybe some pampering.
And maybe once in a great while, take him to an all-you-can-eat buffet, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He'll enjoy that.
Yes. Okay.
So, honey, it looks good. He's got a lot on his mind. He is trying to really sort things out about you. The prospect of marriage terrifies a lot of men, especially when they've been hurt and they don't want to go near that flame again.
Right.
But you know what? He loves you more than he's scared.
Right.
So if I were you, I would just try to soothe that savage beast and have him eating out of your hands.
And other.
Yes.
Thank you. Great.
Oh, we love you. Call us again, okay?
Before she goes, ask
Yes,
her how
love
her
you. Happy Friday. Bye, Kyle. Everybody.
Just a minute, Tina. How do we sound with our audio?
Good.
Are we okay? Tina? Maybe she went.
She went bye-bye.
Well, there is a little wind, but
Yeah, but she didn't say there was a problem.
Yeah.
She understood everything we said, so.
Oh, another of our favorites is on the...
Is she finally here?
Yes.
We got her.
Who that?
Danielle.
Yep.
Hi.
Danielle. Front and center,
How are
honey.
y'all?
Hello, lady.
First this time.
No.
How have y'all been?
We're good.
We're good. It's very warm here. We're adjusting to high temps, and we are not going to complain until we start pushing toward the hundreds.
Right, we're at 84 and 89.
Wow.
As long as the AC doesn't crap out.
And,
Then
you
we're
know,
okay.
the difference is out here in Virginia Beach, we get hot but humid.
Right.
Where she's in Texas, and
She's just all the
when
time.
I've lived
right?
there, it's a hot, but it's a dry heat.
I heard
like a
Houston-
sauna.
I heard
Dry
Houston's pretty
heat
humid,
here.
though.
Houston.
I've heard that. It depends on where in Texas. It's
I
a big
suppose,
state. It's a giant
right.
state, so yeah.
All right, what's on your mind, my dear?
You know me, I just like to do the weekly checkup and see what's going on for me and
That's a
Isaac.
good
We
way
had
to
a
do it.
really
You know,
good
I
week.
have some clients that are regular. They actually, this is not, I'm not telling a fib here. They have actually quit standard therapy to come for life coaching sessions where I'm using the cards.
Huh.
And it's been more beneficial. A lot of times, you know, going to see a therapist, seeing a psychologist, etc., it doesn't always connect with everybody.
And I think
It helps me know what's on Isaac's mind, and it helps me know what to do better, and just for myself too, how to act better, like how to treat myself better, and it always helps out the relationship, and I just love your advice.
Oh my gosh, well, thank you. And I did not pay her for that compliment.
right. This is not a sponsored ad. So how is Isaac this week?
We're good. We had a really good week. We're finishing up our semester, getting finals projects in, and just studying for finals, and I was able to help him with the speech and like help him work on his speech, so that was like really fun. Like
Good.
we got to
I'm
hang
glad he
out
let
and
you
just
do
like work
that.
on homework. Yeah, and he was like really grateful and happy that I was able to help him.
You both have a wonderful foundation of friendship between you.
I think that really helps as well.
It really does. You are far and away ahead of so many other couples that are so focused just on that tickle in the shorts.
Right. Yeah.
Or what can he do for me now?
Right.
Kind of thing, you know, or a guy, and come on, guys, sometimes you all are out there and you like to take advantage of women.
Right.
So
And I think that's what your
I'm
relationship
ready
is
for us.
based on the friendship first, and I think that's what makes it easy.
Yeah, it makes it fun.
no, I'm perceiving that he is still thinking very strongly about moving in together with you.
Oh,
Alrighty?
yeah.
Even though go ahead, you tell us.
I was just saying, oh, yay.
And even though he won't define, if I remember correctly, your relationship as boyfriend, girlfriend, or he's kind of chicken-hearted. I mean, he's got a lot of...
Just so sensitive.
He is, and he's scared to take that step. And yet he doesn't realize he's already there. Okay.
Exactly.
So the same advice that we gave to the lady before you, gee, give him a really nice, sensuous bath.
Yeah, like really, like pamper his pamper. I mean, you're gonna really like make him sweat.
Give him some lunch.
Right. Give him some lunch. A buffet, as you will.
Yes,
Okay.
but make it something that he only gets every once in a while.
Right.
Because they get very spoiled.
Right.
They want it all the time.
Yeah.
And then it's like
It's
that.
not a present anymore.
No, it's not. It's a duty.
Right.
So you could just say, oh, you know, I'm just feeling really frisky tonight.
Right.
And I want to wash that gorgeous bod. of yours.
Right.
Okay,
right.
yeah. That sounds good.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, take a little wine. If you drink wine, have a little,
Champagne.
some champagne.
Right. Something with bubbles.
And then you can think up something for him to reciprocate.
Okay,
All right.
well, that sounds great. Thank you so much.
Well,
Yay.
he's really into you.
Yeah.
So throw him a few surprises. I was going to say throw him a bone every once in a while.
Well.
But I don't think that really works.
It's kind of the other way around, isn't it?
Oh,
Okay.
jeez. Don't be crude. Throw him the bone. No, we're not going to tell them that.
Well, anyways, you just enjoy what you have. Let him make the moves, but you can hint around.
Right.
We women are very clever when it comes
Yes.
to how we want to creep into a
Right.
Yeah,
conversation.
many words are synonymous with clever, but
Right.
we won't mention them.
Well, Danielle, we'll be thinking of you.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
thank you. Thank you so
Well-
much. Y'all have a good weekend.
And you
Thank
too,
you, you
honey. We
too.
love hearing from you.
Yes,
Take-
love y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. You too. We love you too. And folks, this is the beauty of these readings. This is why my prices are so, well, they're reasonable. I'm not going to be like, bless her heart, rest in peace, Sylvia Brown. 20 minutes for $750.
That's a little silly.
I think that only God should charge that much, and he's not going
He's
to.
not going to charge.
Right. He's
Yeah.
not gonna charge.
So let's just come back for more readings. The
Right.
more you get, the more clarity we can bring
Right.
to your situation, and the more the cards will talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And we have a couple of other ladies waiting for us. We have Carrie from Wisconsin.
Right on.
Hi, Carrie.
Hello, ladies. Hi, Deb.
So good to hear from you. Have you called us
you
before?
Too. Oh, my goodness. I never thought I'd call in, actually, but I am.
Oh,
right
my
on.
gosh. So I want to mention to you that I'm originally from Minnesota, up in the
I kinda
Duluth
figured
area.
that you were, yeah.
And
I
where
thought
are you?
that were
Where are
maybe
you in
from up north.
Wisconsin?
What's that?
Where are you in Wisconsin?
I'm like a half an hour north of Green Bay. So I'm kind of in the upper.
I used to live in Marinette many, many years ago. Darling
Really?
little community. And right across the river was Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah.
You were in the
Beautiful country. Beautiful country. So tell me, Carrie, what can we do for you this evening? What's your situation? Few details, and then your question, if you will.
Well, I was pretty much leaving it open to see if there was anything that you could see or feel. I've been out of a relationship now. I was in one for 7 years, and then that ended about almost a year ago. And I'm just seeing, like, I'm not really looking, but I don't really care right now if I don't have somebody or not, but I do in the future. And I'm just seeing if there's anything that if you see anything in the future for me.
Okay, that's a very good question.
Yeah, I like it.
And
Thank you.
I already know some insights I'm going to share with her as soon as I lay out these cards. Because
Ooh.
I already had things jumping into my mind as she's speaking.
Well, so here's my question. Do you have any children, Karen?
I do. I have a 17-year-old and a 12-year-old, and I don't plan on having any more.
Okay. So you still have kids at home.
Yeah, they're both at home.
Okay, so you're kind of okay on your own right now, but maybe looking or possibly might want when the kids maybe move out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm open to finding somebody. It's just I'm not searching right now, but if somebody were to happen to come up, I would definitely be all about it.
Okay, right on.
Oh boy, you have really expressive cards, Carrie.
Oh,
Your
really?
cards tell me that you are an extremely dynamic lady. You have a really good gut instinct, and
awesome.
maybe you don't feel. Are you aware of that about yourself?
Am I what about myself?
Are you aware that you have this really strong gut
Oh,
instinct?
yeah, I know. I believe that I'm an empath.
Oh, I
child.
do too.
Yeah.
I believe that, and you have to make sure you set boundaries because absorbing
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this energy that's around you. I see you have some people around you that sometimes wear on you emotionally.
Oh,
And
yes.
you can't always be available to them.
Right.
There are times if you see them calling on the phone, you just have to not pick it up.
Right. There's a thing called boundaries.
Exactly. But what also is happening, you said, if I am quoting you correctly, you said, I'm not really interested right now.
Right.
That is because
I did.
you're going through a transformation right now.
Okay.
And you're getting ready for your true soulmate who has not entered your life yet, but oh boy, it is
Oh.
coming.
Ooh, that's exciting.
It is very
Oh,
exciting.
it is.
Now, there's a card of distance here, but the way we have to interpret the internet now is of a distance as well. We can't just say, he's in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now we can
Right.
say he's on the internet and he's from the UK or something like that. This is a very wise. He's loving. My husband, who recently passed away, was a King of Hearts.
I know.
You have a King of Hearts.
Yep.
Yeah, you
And-
know. Oh,
too.
Daryl,
I was like,
you're
ooh.
so
It's a big teddy bear of a partner, but
Yeah.
but so attentive, so there for you, so sensitive, and you'll feel like you found your other half.
Oh, I like that.
Really?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's what I've been like kind of waiting for. I've always had that little
Well-
fairy tale, like not fairy tale wedding, but just I always knew that there was someone out there for me. But now I'm 36, and I'm like, is there somebody out there for me? That's is there
There
really?
is, and now it's important for you to shift your energy and instead manifest by saying, I hope there's somebody. You don't want to say you hope, because that's only going to send back more hopelessness to you.
Right.
So what you want to say
Okay.
is, I know that I know that I know that.
And I used to think like that, and that's how I used to think. And then this last relationship, and the older I got, that's when I started thinking, is there actually somebody out there? But I used to think like that. And I guess I still do. So I guess I can't say that I don't think like that, but
Well, it's
Yeah.
hard sometimes, but I went through a 4-year period where I only wanted to do my work, take care of my sons,
Right.
and I would get asked out, and I just didn't have the energy to do all
Yeah.
that, and I was changing.
Right.
Well, I
Okay.
want you to know that the plot is going to thicken here a bit, because that relationship that ended,
uh-huh.
can you tell me the first name?
Yeah, his first name was Andy.
Andy's going to come back. Andy, without you, is realizing how much you really mean to him.
Yeah. I don't think that could ever happen, though.
The question is, will you want him back?
Right.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well-
I do, I guess, in a way, but in a way I can't. It's for my
Yeah.
best interest, I guess, and my kid's best interest at the
Right.
moment. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Well, let the
I wasn't
future come to you.
expecting
Let it all play out, because you do have this new man coming from a distance. He's fabulous. You are going to know when you meet him, this is the man I'm going to marry. This is the man I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And you'll be right. And as for Andy, well, he'll just have to cry into his beer, I guess, and
Yeah.
think of you as the one that got away, and he'll love you forever. But I don't think
Really?
it could ever
That's
be
awesome.
what you needed it to be, you know?
Right. Yeah, he had
Also-
good news with me.
Before we have to run, we have other people lining up, and we don't want to miss folks
Right.
before the
Right.
hour's up. But I
Yeah.
also want to mention, inevitably, you're going to use your gift. You have a fabulous gift
I
of
am going
insight
to.
and
Thank you.
emotional empathy. And I feel you are going to find, now it could be within 10 years, we'll go that much. I think you're going to find a really strong calling to work with those who have suffered great trauma.
Oh,
I
that's
see this in-
wonderful.
Yeah,
That's
and I really
wonderful to
feel
hear.
it will fulfill you in ways you can't imagine. There's much success, a great secure income to be had. And
Oh.
we are steadily as a country moving in the direction of wellness and healing instead of only, dealing with symptoms and experimenting with drugs.
Right.
Right.
So you watch and see. You are going to, oh my gosh, I see people wanting her from all over. All
Oh,
over.
nice.
So I've got to run, hun. But Carrie, you don't be a stranger now.
Right.
We want you to call us again.
Yeah, now that
Oh,
you've
God.
called finally,
Yeah,
we
Yeah.
need you to call
absolutely.
again. We like to
I
we like to
will,
say
I
we
will,
have a
for
family
sure.
of callers and people that we like to hear from on a weekly basis.
Yes.
We want you to be that part of that family.
Okay?
Oh, well, thank you. That would be wonderful. I will definitely keep you guys updated and
I'd
on
love
everything.
that.
That's
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Thank
And
you
I
so
can't
much.
wait to say I
Oh.
told you so.
Right, be like that.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much. You answered pretty much everything I needed to know. So
Awesome.
thank you so much,
Well, we'll talk to you again real
Deborah.
soon. Thank you.
All right.
All right,
ladies.
Bye-bye for now. Great.
Bye.
I'm so
Bye.
glad she called. Bye-bye. And we are now going to Barbara from Washington.
Barbara.
Hello there, Barbara.
Hello.
Good to hear from you. How are you?
Not doing well.
Oh, no.
Yes, I've been following your posts. What would you like us to focus on for you in your reading?
Sunday morning, my ex-husband passed away. Sunday
And
night,
I give you my condolences because my firm belief is if you ever really loved someone, you will always love that person.
Right.
Maybe can't be together, but you will never stop loving them if it was really love.
Makes sense.
Right.
So my heart goes out to you.
Thank
and
you.
Also, aren't you having some physical issues?
So, Rich, the guy that I've been kind of hanging around and hoping for forever, on Sunday evening, he told me he loved me.
What?
And he said that everything was going to work out, and yet since then he seemed kind of distant, and I'm like,
Did
you say he loved you?
Yes, he told me he loved me, and I said I loved him back.
But then since then he's been really quiet?
Yes.
Oh, I think he embarrassed himself
He
a little bit.
probably did. But if you said you loved him back,
that's better than just saying thank you.
It is better than. And how long have you guys been together?
Well, we've known each other a little over a year.
Okay.
But this is a big step for him.
Yeah, it is very big. Yeah.
And I'm laying out your cards, Barbara. So we're going to see what's what with him, the relationship, and where it's going. Because that is huge.
Yeah, it is. And
yes.
What?
Is he not one to share things with you?
No, he isn't.
Well, we
really.
talk about stuff a little bit, but a lot of times he just kind of holds things in.
Okay. So maybe he's trying to just mull over the... I'm not sure.
He's scared himself.
Well, that's what I'm thinking,
It's right
too.
here in your cards. He scared himself by what he said, but it needed to be said. And the thing is that it isn't about you that he fears such a disappointment. It's that he cannot be worthy of you. Now, he's got to get that out of his head because, for one thing, Barbara, you are a high-quality, classy lady, and if he wasn't someone that you wanted to spend time with, you certainly would not. You would not. So I suggest that you try to act like everything's fine.
Right.
Let him get over it.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like his pants fell down in public.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's worried that everybody's going to dwell on that.
Right.
So, but I think that's marvelous. And now he's worried that oh gosh, this man is so full of...
Maybe he's feeling like he is being too pushy? Would that be like that?
It's brought him into scary territory, is what it is.
Like he let himself be vulnerable.
That's it.
Yes.
Well, they need to learn, men need to learn that love is a strength. We women have known this since time immemorial. They need to learn it. It is not a weakness, and all their little crony buddies need to stop saying, you're so whipped.
Right.
You know?
I think you should, as Deb's been suggesting tonight, I think that it's really pampering the person, really to show him that
I agree.
He's not vulnerable. He is not whipped or whatever. I think really showing that you also, in fact, love him and share those feelings with him. But this is a big deal, and he should know that was an amazing thing.
Oh, it was.
And I think that takes a lot of Cojones.
It does. So I want to celebrate the fact that he did that.
So yay.
And Barbara, I wish we could spend more time with you. I do have one more I have to get to. But this was huge.
Yes.
This is awesome.
And that's pretty, I would be like.
And your card's really supportive.
I'd really be celebrating that. And I really, really, really hope you call back and let us know.
Yeah, we got to follow this. Now, if it was me, next time I see him, I would probably grab his little cheeks and say,
like, oh.
"Ooh, I just love you to death."
Right, yeah.
And then giggle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so thank you, Barbara. Please feel better, and I just know this relationship's going to go in a really good way.
Yay!
Okay.
So, all right, hon, we'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, and let's real quick go to Ariel from Virginia.
Woohoo!
Hello, Ariel. We're going to have to really hurry here. Hello.
Hello.
There she is.
There.
Hey, Ariel. We've got to kind of hurry. We're down to the wire here.
We've got
for time.
3 minutes.
Yeah, so tell us what you would like to know.
Okay, so first off, I just want to say that my sister, Stormy, has talked to you a few times, and congratulations on your prediction. She is pregnant with her third boy.
Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness. You just made my entire week. You give her my best, would you?
Absolutely. She actually has been trying to get me to talk to you for like 6 months, so I'm a little starstruck because y'all are amazing.
Oh, yay! Because we're famous.
We're just regular folks, really.
Right.
You know, so please tell me what you would like to know.
Well, I'm in a kind of weird place in my life, and I feel like I know the direction I want to go. I know how to get there. Sometimes I'm not sure if I can get there. I don't know if maybe that's just a mom thing. But,
okay. Are you speaking professionally?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you talking about getting there professionally? Or is it about happiness?
Love?
I'm sorry, I can't really hear you that well.
Okay, Ariel.
Speakerphone
off.
Send me a message, all right? I want you to send me an email to DEBORAH, Deborah, at psychiclovedoctor.com, okay?
Okay.
And we'll work on this via email, or I'll do my best to work in a call to you, all right?
Okay. Hold on.
Thank you, honey, and give Stormy my best, all right?
Absolutely.
All right, now don't forget, you get in touch with me.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I have it right. It's
okay.
DEBORAH.
Yeah. Yes.
At.
Yes.
YCHIC.
PSYCHIC. Yeah. Love.
Okay. And
doctor. Yes. Just spell it all out.
.com.
And .com. Okay.
Tell her to.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to connect with you. Thank you so much, Ariel. And to everybody. Oh, my goodness. We are so short here. We got to talk fast.
Right.
So,
Quick,
Veronica, thank you for stepping in for Lauren tonight. And Jim, the techie guy, they're saying they're going to work on the audio issues about our call. Yes.
Okay.
So, folks, yeah, I'm sorry it was frustrating, but we are going to get everything fixed. Also, can't wait to meet with all of you again next Friday.
Yes.
Be here, 7 p.m. Eastern.
4 p.m.
Pacific time. And until then, remember the words of my grandmother. She always said, to dream is to believe. Once you believe, all things are possible. Good night, everybody. We love you. See you next week.